All right, Jay Hood, how's it going?
Man, I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Glad to have you back, man. You know what I'm saying? We did some pretty good numbers last time. The fans seem to really like your content and like your take on things.
Man, yeah, I mean, hey, the truth is almost here. And I ain't talking about me, but he on his way back. So, yeah, a lot of things folks gonna, have an ear to hear that I got to say nowadays. So, man, it's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, I thought we would start with some big news, man, that was making its way on the internet. It was going viral. Rowdy Rebel from New York came out and he was on a podcast and they were talking about the Lil Tim and King Von situation. And, he said that Lil Tim didn't have to get out of the car and do that. Like, he could have just kind of backed everything down and he didn't have to take it to that extreme, man. Did you check that out?
I didn't check it out, but like that, what he said right there, that make a lot of sense, don't it? Makes sense to me. I haven't heard that. I can speak on
Okay.
that though, because you feel me. I like. Is that what you want me to do? Speak? Because I definitely want to speak on it. Just what he
Yeah.
said. Just to go right into it. The bat is that like it was a fight. If there was a fight breaking out and you quick to go get your weapon, it seems like it was pre-planned. And so I hope folks can understand that like a lot of this stuff we seeing through our visual lenses through the carnal of man, but we don't know if there was any back work, any people conspiring against Von for his demise, because they could have very well had that whole thing, man. Like, hey, man, if anything break out, I'm gonna be quick because soon as it start happening, as a man in the streets where there's nobody else grabbing guns, I'm about to be throwing knuckles like everybody else. But why was he so quick to kill in that moment and with no backlash? I mean, he didn't even think, he just act. So it seems to me like something else had to go on before that moment because dudes don't operate like that. People ain't just pulling their gun out in the midst of, I'd say somebody just beating down on you and it'd be easier because your emotions get the best of you and you could just release wrath on them. But he was fighting your homie one-on-one. It wasn't like everybody else was beating him down. And if you was really trying to protect him, I would have been like, and what it looked like, it seemed like a mob was coming at him, right? All them people, but only Von was the one punching and doing this. But he made sure that he did this. He didn't get the pistol to protect him from everybody else. It seemed like it was a Von thing. And so it was weird and it should have been handled differently. But again, man, when we mark ourselves for death coming regardless. So Von marked himself for death with his words, with the music and the curses he was speaking on his life. And that's why we got to understand our words have meaning. And if you don't understand your words have meaning, we're going to be sitting looking at God, angry at him when it was us and what we did that got us into the mess. So it's not a situation that I like to talk about, but I wish it would have went differently. But it played out the way that maybe, don't look at me wrong when I say this, but it probably played out in a way that it was meant for it to play out. I'll say that.
You said that Vaughn kind of marked himself for death by the things he was speaking about.
Yeah.
So you referring to his music? I'm taking it.
Yeah,
right?
I'm referring to his music. The Bible says this. You don't have to believe the Bible, but understand that what the Most High got and set in order, whatever comes with what you do is a cause and effect to everything. It's his cause and effect to everything. And so we got a bunch of people in our carnal state, which is this physical. We do something in a carnal, but don't understand it got a spiritual effect on it. This is the cause. It has a spiritual effect. And what's the manifestation of that spiritual effect? If all day I'm saying that niggas don't want smoke, niggas can't catch me, and I kill you and walk the bam, in a moment, I'm doing this with the carnal. Now the spiritual hear me speaking all these curses over my life, over your life. So what is the manifestation of what the spirit hears? Oh, the spirit, in however way the Most High ordained it, you marking yourself for death. I'll give a quick story, a real quick Bible story. Joseph, he became king of Egypt. However, he became king of Egypt, and he took his wives away from the father because of it's a long story, but he took the wives away from the father. And the father caught up with them, and he was like, someone like, who was it that stole this precious item from me? And Joseph, being the king, he said, I don't know who it was, but whoever stole your possession, I marked them with death. He was marking them with death with his word. He did not know the person who stole that precious item was his wife. His wife ended up dying, giving birth to his child. He spoke life, he spoke death over her life, didn't know what he was doing with his words, and the manifestation came about. He said, whoever stole, it's in the Bible for a reason. It's in there so that we would know that we got power in our tongue to speak life and death. So yeah, Von spoke death, a lot of death. Not only did he speak death, he lived by the sword. And if you live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword. That's just the facts.
Okay. So staying on the subject of NBA Youngboy and that whole camp and everything, man. Recently, they made some news. You know, it was really big news, man. Some really positive news that Fredo Banks, NBA Youngboy, NBA TBG, they had a Christmas toy drive together in Baton Rouge, which this is really big because, you know, people who have been paying attention to hip hop and paying attention to the scene would know that, you know, these guys have been really going at it really, really bad. Yeah. You know, there's a few deaths on each side, and, you know, they've been going at it now for years, man. So this was definitely a positive thing, man. I mean, not just for hip hop, but just to kind of show people that you can actually squash things.
Yeah, for sure.
How'd you feel when you seen that?
The thing with me, Cam, illusions and false insecurities get nowhere with me. Give kids toys on Christmas. What is that doing for those kids? Does those toys stop people from getting killed? Does those toys stop the thoughts of folks wanting to get rich in the same ways that they got rich? By drill music, which is literally the going out and using your mouth in a music form and speaking on the deaths that drill music is black on black crime. That's all it is. So, and I don't mean to people gonna say you always negative. You always know I'm always truthful. I'm always gonna bring to y'all with something that y'all need to think about. It's good that they did that for the kids on Christmas, but why y'all ain't get together, y'all, and give the homeless some food, give them some money. These kids, they got their mothers and their parents to and I'm not saying that, you know, that those kids shouldn't have that day to be happy, but we get stuck on just trying to be happy for a day. And what about the rest of your life? What about everything else that these kids need? They need to be taught. They need to be enlightened. Them toys is another distraction. All these people, all these rappers, all they do is get together and make controversy. So they might have done a good act in which it don't take away. What I'm saying don't take away from that sole act, but let's see the add-on. Can we see more than the fake coming together for toy drives? What does it do if you gonna go make a song about the niggas? Y'all get into it next week. Y'all back doing the same thing. What about the music? Let's delete some of the songs then. Or let's go create some songs that ain't speaking about life and death. See, people, they get stuck on that, and then because they idols, they say, hey, they can't do no wrong. Bro, out of the abundance of the stomach, the mouth speak. So these dudes showing y'all who they are. They telling y'all, these two dudes, I would say this is for black people who look, the wheat and the tares. If you don't know the parable about the wheat and the tares, you should go look it up. But this is exactly who they are. They live a lifestyle of foolish ignorance, and they think that because I could do something for just one little moment, they know that the people gonna look at them like they saints, like they've been reborn. It's just an illusion. These people are tares. They might look like you, might grow up like you, but they being used for a different purpose, man. It's all fake. Ain't none of it real. That's my opinion, which is the truth.
So you don't think them coming together was real? You thought it was fake?
No. I think that they could be coming together truthfully, but from them coming together, where we going? Is if they come together and they keep saying and having the same music, and they keep putting, I'm talking about the words in their music. I'm talking about when we see a little NBA Youngboy and the music that got them to be here. This is what I'm solely talking about, not the moment of kindness. We supposed to be forgiven. What they did, they supposed to forgive each other and as men go make amends. I don't want to take away from that. They should do that. But I feel as though they don't really mean the love. They just know that people gonna click if they know that they did this. It's gonna generate they are people. All right, so now I can take Fredo Bang friends and some of his subs and come watch my videos. Cause these idol worshipers, they look at these dudes and they won't listen to an NBA Youngboy song if they mess with Fredo Bang more. And these rappers, they know this. These rappers, they know this. My whole thing is, I don't see it beneficial. It might seem beneficial, but is it really beneficial if they're going to continue to hurt us with their music? That's the point. Are they going to continue to kill our minds with their music? Because they don't need to kill us physically. Just kill the mind of a man and he'd kill himself. And that's what their music do. That's what I'm talking about. Their music is killing us. I don't want to hear about no little moments of happiness for no pagan holiday. I want to hear about that.
Okay. When I seen it, I mean, these guys were bitter rivals, man. Like I said, man, they have a well-documented history of hating each other, man. And I just kind of wondered if something like that could ever happen in Chicago. Like Lil Durk and say, Ruga. Ruga is probably the biggest GD, and Lil Durk coming together for a toy drive. What do you think anything like that could possibly happen?
With Lil Durk, I would say I don't believe that it would happen because you see certain people and it seems like Lil Durk is only who he is because of division. So most people don't want to go and interact with the very thing that makes them who they are. So if I go, what I'm saying is, if y'all know me for being this disrespectful OTF dude, I'm rich because of the drill music and the words that I put out that showed y'all how ignorant I was, because that's all it is. And I go and I bridge the gap with one of my ops. He probably looking at himself as less than a savage. I'm not that same savage I used to be. He get paid off his savage image. So why would he go and I don't feel like he would. And again, if he does, it's just going to be another one of those false sense of security things where hip hop, we really moving up in hip hop. Lil Durk and Ruga came together, they created a song. What they talking about in the song? Is they talking about you going and living a prosperous life, or they just putting a bunch of words together? Again, we don't even know what the words that we use anyway. Because if we did, we wouldn't be using them. We wouldn't be constantly speaking curses over our life. But me personally, I don't think that Lil Durk got no want to bridge no gap. He is not to bring peace. He the voice of the streets and to bring strife, more deaths. He is one of the living, who he got record, he's one of the living reapers. That's why he marking himself with all these demonic tattoos that ain't nobody able to look at and see what he's saying in these tattoos. Cause we lost on what we see with the eyes. But don't understand that behind it, it's a spiritual attachment to these dudes. But yeah, man, all of them, man, Satan using him. And I don't like I want everybody to come to the understanding. But man, Lil Durk is one of the worst right now. He's one of the worst.
You said something about him staying in the beef because it benefits him with money. But don't you think it would kind of benefit him to squash it too? Because less people dying, it'd be a really big headline, especially for Chicago.
Yeah, you right, Cam. You speak facts. It would. My thing is, like, let's be honest. Like, being from Chicago, ain't nothing gonna change, bro. Them niggas can get on the song, they can squash the beef, but them blocks still, like, they not into it on blocks. Them where Lil Durk from, I don't know where Ruger from, but I don't think that they blocks. And if they blocks is into it, these two rich niggas who don't be on the block with us every day, they not finna stop what's going on over there on those blocks. Lil Durk ain't coming and feeding nobody. Ruger ain't going out there and feeding nobody. Lil Durk might feed some people, but what about the, like, Lamron is more than just all Lil Durk homies. There's a lot of niggas out there who won't never get to talk to Durk. Who gon' control them? What I'm saying is, we get stuck on these idols and thinking that they doing more than what they got the ability to do. If they change their lifestyle and have people trying to live a good lifestyle, that would be the tell. But if you just think that because I say I squash beef, that everybody in Chicago just gonna go along with it, you crazy. When Barack Obama came, the black president, niggas thought that everybody was gonna be striving to be a president. People kept on going with their lives. People gonna keep doing whatever it is they do. Lil Durk, them ain't stopping nothing. Their music is the reason why most people can't go and live. Their heart is too congested with all these worldly bull rap lyrics. That's literally, it's literally, bro, devouring you. It's vexation of your spirit, this stuff, because it brings you to understanding stuff that truly had no understanding. How you gonna understand something that don't even got no understanding? And that's what they try to do.
So you don't think Durk and Ruger have the power to slow things down in the streets or to stop anything?
I feel it's gonna take a lot more than just a video, a lot more than a tweet, an Instagram post, a picture shaking hands. It's deeper than just a kid seeing y'all say y'all squashing the beef. Kids need to see something positive to look up to, and that ain't what you saying, that's your lifestyle. If you grow up in a house and your daddy was a hard worker, 9 times out of 10, you seeing him be a hard worker, won't you think that it's the right thing to do is because what you saying? People need positive examples to go off of, not just quick little moments of a sense of security, because that's all they give off. Your lifestyle gotta be positive, not the moment.
Okay. Well, man, some really shocking news happened just a couple days ago, man. I don't think anybody's seen this coming. You know, it started to come through that a Memphis rapper named Big Scarr had died, and then it kind of came through that, you know, he actually overdosed. There's been a couple different reports of how, you know, what he overdosed on. Some people say he took a fake pills. You know, his family actually came out and said that he overdosed on some prescription medicine. But I mean, you know, at the end of the day, he did overdose, man. You know, and we've seen quite a few overdoses in hip hop. You know, which is something we used to never see before when I was growing up. You know, what'd you think when you seen that?
Put your big boy pants on when I speak. For anybody watching this, and what I mean by put your big boy pants on is anytime I start speaking, you're gonna wanna have to man up. Cause a lot of what I wanna say, it ain't about saying what y'all want me to say, cause you've been saying it and you've been thinking it in your heart. I'm gonna tell you the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is Satan coming to collect. We might not know on the outside looking in, but they know. Come on, man, niggas be doing drugs. How can a poor person, all you do is drugs all day? My mama been doing drugs since 12. She ain't ran into a heart. I'm not saying that, you know, most people, that you can't run into a battle, but I'm just saying, if there's a world full of drug addicts and they are doing the drugs just fine, obviously we know that there's some dying, but I'm just saying they doing it fine for years and years and years. And the moment that a rich person, someone famous who the money open doors, so you should be able to get this, a clean drug, a drug that wouldn't mess with. And I'm only saying that to say, like, people be lost into the lives that these people live, the glitter that they see them in, and they don't understand that these people have literally signed their name in blood for the things that Satan is giving them. But Satan came to collect. Again, if you mark yourself for death, doesn't matter if you get hit by a car, you kill yourself, or somebody kill you. If you mark for death, it just means you're going to die. It don't matter what it looked like. People think that, oh, he killed himself. This ain't had nothing to do with what he was saying. And he gone, ain't he? He's gone. We can look at his life and see that. I guarantee you, if you go find Big Scarr music, he ain't talking about nothing. Maybe he was steady talking about that same poisonous drug that killed him. Probably in his songs, he was lean, talking about drugs and pills all day. And it'd be the same thing you keep speaking over your life to take your life. Satan came to collect. And not only that, I said this 6-7 months ago. I told these people 6-7 months ago, 2022 was going to be the death of the rapper. Go on my YouTube and see, and look how many of them died since I said that. I didn't even want to say it, but he spoke through me, so to prophesy through me. So people, we ain't seen nothing yet, Cam. You think that we ain't seen nothing. Watch the more. In the end times, a rich man, his riches will be his ransom. That's the Bible. You don't gotta believe it. But if you love your life like y'all, you might want to read it, because we engaging into things and we don't know the backlash that come with it. We don't know the spiritual backlash that come with it. So again, seek these riches and what come along with it. You make the bed for yourself. But if you don't seek the wisdom and seek the understanding of the realm that you think you want to be in, so when you go get the things that's in there, who you gonna blame? Blame yourself, because you didn't care. You was not willing to seek the right. The answers is always there. But niggas be wanting stuff quick. We just want stuff fast. We want it immediately. That's the world we was taught to not be patient. You feel me? But yeah, man, Satan came to collect. And I don't say this because I want more rappers to die. I say it because I know the lifestyle they live and what they doing. More rappers gonna die. More famous people gonna die. 2023 probably gonna be worse than 2022. We getting closer to that man coming back. You don't gotta believe it. You don't say what you want, think what you want. But again, whatever manifests from your ignorance of not seeking the true answers. Oh, so when you end up where you going, you had Judah. He gonna show you a rap sheet. You don't remember this time? You heard this person say this to go seek this and you didn't, but you did this. After you heard that, you didn't take heed to none of those. You want to do what you want to do. So he gonna show you what you did. And so wherever you go, just know your rap sheet will be the reason for him okaying wherever it is that you gotta go next.
You know, one of the sad things that came out, man, Big 30, which I believe is his cousin, and that's Pooh Shiesty. That's Big 30's his brother. I believe Big Scarr is Pooh Shiesty's cousin, man. And okay. He was just like, he doesn't even want to tell Pooh Shiesty about what happened. And he just it seemed like it'd be more of those really difficult conversations to have to tell somebody, especially when they're in jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
How can you relate to that?
I can relate to it easily because like I've been out and I had the opportunity to talk to Von on the phone. Von was locked up for a lot of he was locked up, if you know him, he locked up a lot of the times. And so people would die, and now I'm on the phone with Von, and then you gotta hear his sorrow and his pain and his hurt. And the problem is, where I see the thing is, when we get these stories while we are in there and we don't learn from them, Cam. We don't be learning from nobody. If somebody else die this way, people don't learn from it. A wise man gonna look at your downfall and say, ooh, don't want to go down that way because I already see where it leads to. So for me, it just brings me to a moment of really, I wouldn't say it's better that he died the way he did, but I was just thinking to just say if he was killed, Pooh Shiesty would probably have revenge on his heart. Probably have revenge on his mind. And that's the most times what I remember about my own times, because our homies went dying from no pills and no car accident. You dying from the fire. Somebody else sinning. So it's hard, but as people, we gotta learn from their mistakes. How Pooh Shiesty got locked up. If you a rapper, you should see what he did, and you should want it. But ain't nobody learning. We looking at it, and we should. Niggas be so cocky. They like, it won't be me. Keep saying it won't be you, and the Most High gonna show you. Oh, I used to do the same thing. Talk about somebody, and because I believed in God, I thought it couldn't happen. And the same thing I talked about them for doing, I found myself doing. And I was like, how I'm doing this? Because don't say you can't don't and won't do nothing. You don't know what life got to offer. You can be just as them. It's just to show people we all one and the same in a way to God. We all filthy. We all filthy. That's what the Bible say, man. But he tries to come to us and make us unfilthy, man. But yeah, learn from their mistakes, man. That's what I say.
Not too long ago, PNB Rock was killed in South LA. And he walked into Roscoe's. He had a lot of jewelry on, and he was killed. The dudes got arrested. But one thing that I seen, a lot of people were mad at LA. They feel like a lot of rappers have died in LA. And, I kind of wanted to ask you about Chicago, because Chicago was another place where a lot of rappers have died. What do you think Chicago would be like if Chicago had the same tourist type of attraction as LA?
What I think it would be like if it had the same type of tourist, I would say it would be less deaths for sure. Obviously people dying in Cali, but I guarantee you it ain't nowhere near in higher numbers as in Chicago, because they have police and things in place to keep ignorance out. So if Chicago was a tourist attraction like Cali, it would be less deaths and stuff. But I feel like I was getting a different question from you, so I'm gonna talk about that. Why we see so many deaths in Chicago, and why we see so many deaths is there's been a lot of innocent bloodshed that creates an atmosphere of sorrow. The whole atmosphere with Chicago, with the rappers. Chicago has a light right now, truthfully. And the thing is, if you got a light in you, and me being a spiritual person who could see your light, which is Satan, I could use that light to shine brightness on what I want to shine brightness on. And I feel like he does that. And more people die in Chicago is because of the atmosphere that's around. We get a bunch of dudes who trying to get rich off drill music. You get a bunch of killers, quite frankly, and people who will soon to be killers, because if you hang around killers, if you hang around 8 killers and you the ninth person, what you gonna be? The ninth killer, right? We all know these things. If you hang around 3 rich people, and you the first person, you gonna be rich. So it's like we need to understand that it's the atmosphere of so much hurt, so many lost souls who ain't got no hope. So if I don't have hope, Cam, you think I care about shutting your lights out? I don't care if somebody do mine. I don't care if they take mine. Why I care about yours, nigga? If I don't care about my own well-being, how can I care about somebody else? We got a bunch of hopeless people doing what hopeless people do. And then we create hope and more evil pathways, which is, nigga, now I ain't never had no hope to get nothing, but now my hope is killing somebody and rapping about the same person that I killed and hoping that the world will glorify me to a point like a King Von. Von wouldn't be nowhere right now if he didn't kill, or we ain't know him for the killing those people. Would y'all care about him? Honestly, would he even start rapping if he would never done those things? We live in a world where literally you get paid for being a bad person, for living a terrible life, and we need to see, why is this world paying them for being bad people? Because the prince of the power and the ruler of this air gonna repay you for doing his will. That's why you get Lil Durk famous and all he do is put curses on himself and people. But Satan gonna pay them for what he want them to do. Period. But that's why the atmosphere is messed up, man.
you spoke about the culture in Chicago being really negative and bad. Now, I've heard a few things, you know what I'm saying? I've interviewed some guys and, you know, they've kind of spoke about like, you know, there's little kids who are being trained to kill people. Is that something you've seen growing up?
I have. We shaking up. It be kind of bringing me to a point of sorrow sometimes, Cam, because it's like I was one of them niggas. I ain't know no better. I was definitely led astray, but now that's why I felt like I gotta use my voice. We was shaking up. I just seen Lil Tashawn. We used to be shaking and them niggas come out, they don't know no ABC, they don't know no 1, 2, 3s, but them niggas know the old block handshake from a young age. They know what we do. We sit in their face. I've been moaning plenty of times. We sitting around them boys and boy, you gonna be, we tell them, we speaking this over their life already. Oh, he gonna be the next OD. Ooh, that just hit hard. We told, I remember, we told Lil Tashawn he was gonna be the next OD Perry. Where's Tashawn now? He dead like OD Perry was, died. He got killed. We spoke that over and I love Lil Tashawn. And because you see somebody, they be like wild and kind of like outgoing, and they just be who they are because of what they see. And us as people, we don't understand what they learning from us. But yeah, we help fuel their death with our lifestyle. Come on, man. I know another story where Lil EB, her son, he killed himself with a gun. He was like 5. Shot himself. And it wasn't his gun. Why was the gun even? Come on, man. It's so much, bro. Yeah, it's so much that's happening. I see so many of the dudes who was young when we was doing what we was doing. A lot of them niggas toting guns now. A lot of them old block soldiers messaging me, telling me what they gonna do to me. And it's like, shorty, I remember you when you was yay high. You gonna do what to who? But they actually would. They actually will. It ain't like they won't, but yeah, man, it's sad and it sucks. But our hope is our downfall. Black culture, which I'm talking about hip hop, that whole culture is a downfall. We perish for our lack of knowledge. We perish for our traditions, our man-made traditions. God don't care about that. He created this world. And the only thing we care about is our creations and our family. And if he created everybody in the world, he care about it all, right? Not just you, his family, and everybody. But yeah, man, we definitely be the beginning to the end of a lot of these shorties' lives. For sure. Ooh, yes, sir. For sure. We helped them die. Niggas gave me my first gun. They gave me my first gun on the block. And I had a lot of guns. I could have killed myself playing with the gun. Now, being in Arizona, I'm able to see, you know, when I get my car, my gun car and all that stuff, now I'm able to actually play with guns legally. And I'm seeing how much we didn't know about nothing, but we was given so much and didn't even know what to really even do with it. We didn't know what we was doing, could have made a mistake trying to unload it. Ain't nobody teach you about how to use a gun when they give it to you. They just give it to you. It'd be crazy, bro.
I seen a rumor online that like in Chicago they'll dip their bullets in acid. Is there any truth to that?
Dip they bullets in acid?
Yeah, or put chili or acid on the bullets?
That sounds kind of crazy, shit. What kind of acid would it be? If it's the real acid, that bullet should dissolve. Shit. I mean, but if it's some type of other acid that'll like, I guess that you can put on there to make the bullet, it's probably people just be saying things, but I wouldn't not believe it. If they trying to kill people, shit, if they trying to kill you, they go to whatever length they can to ensure your death. So I ain't against people doing it or not. I can believe it.
Now, we got the whole Gunna and Young Thug RICO case going on. And, you know, recently, I think about 6 dudes, including Gunna, came out and took plea deals. Now, I don't know what the plea deal was for all of them, but Gunna's, you know, he came out and he accepted a plea deal that basically said that YSL was a gang. And he admitted this in court. There's a video of it. There was also a few other things, and everybody was calling him a snitch on this. How'd you feel when you seen it?
Man, I feel the same way. The main thing is all the people that be calling people snitches, nigga, go get involved into something and see how fast you gonna tell when your life and your time that you love to be out and about, if it becomes in jeopardy of being taken away from you, see how fast you become a snitch. I don't want you to actually do it. Don't go do it. If you listening and go do it, you'll be a fool. But I'm just saying that most people that talk like that, they ain't been through no time. Cause me, I'll be personally tell you, there's been times that I was doing stuff I wasn't supposed to do with people, but because I wasn't the main person doing it, I was gonna tell. Hell yeah, I'm gonna tell. Cause I might have been dumb to be around. I'm just gonna give you truth. Niggas can't give you truth because they fear for how you gonna look at them. Nigga, I'm not a snitch, but I would have been one. And I would have separated myself. I don't care about what you gonna say. Look at me, nigga. And that's what most niggas gonna do too. But I feel as though, how to alleviate that? How can we not go down that path to even be caught? Stay away from the lifestyle. If you don't even want to be faced with having a snitch, having to hide truth, so you could be looked at, and then you finna sitting there for 30 years for somebody. God, well, that's the craziest thing ever, right? Being solid to your gang, being loyal to your gang. If I ain't kill him, I'm being loyal to my gang, so I'm finna do 30 years for my gang. My gang is gonna look out for my mama, my daughter. My gang is gonna go send me no money. My gang is gonna call me. Y'all heard what I said when Bond was locked up. Who? I loved him when he was out, but when he got locked up, Jamal wasn't calling. I'm just telling you the truth. Shit, Jamal, I'm out here living, nigga. Why am I'm not trying to, you feel me? But I don't want that stress, nigga. Y'all locked up behind bars. I know you ain't got nothing positive to talk about. 9 times out of 10. My cousin do not, but like that's a story for another day. But yeah, man, it's difficult, bro. It's difficult to even speak on these things, man. But it is what it is. That's what I'm gonna say, man. It is what it is. Take it how you want to take it.
Well, not too long before Young Thug got locked up, man, he kind of got a warning. He went on $1 million worth of game, and Gillian Wallow, well, mainly Wallow, was talking to him, basically saying that, don't be dumb and do dumb shit, or do dumb shit and then bring it into the game, because he's basically going to, finesse himself out of his position. And he's going to lose all of his opportunity and everything that he's worked for.
Yeah,
How do you feel about that?
That's true. How I feel about it, that's some good game for Gilly them to give off. But we gotta understand, if you we got a bunch of smart. Please forgive me for saying this. God, he don't want me. We got a bunch of smart dummies around here. How can you give off such wisdom that is in depth, and that's good wisdom? But you bringing a nigga on there that rap about killing and all his lifestyle. His lifestyle is his songs, his raps. How you gonna tell a nigga to stop? You basically telling them not to live. We talking to people, and they brain going to people like that, and then you try to give them game about their life? It don't work that way. You only brought them on because of the life they live, that they tell you through their music. Because most people, when you get out here and you speak music, people gonna look at you like the music you said, like people think Sosa's some big gangster because of the music he put out. And he's not. People thought 21 Savage was a super gangster. I thought until that nigga was from Paris, England, wherever he's from. And it's like, y'all not out there gangbanging, bro. Y'all out there, like, they are now. They is now. But y'all wouldn't know nothing about no guns and no gunplay. Y'all was out there stabbing people. And he come over here, then he'll use somebody that these kids think is this and that. But it's crazy. But yeah, I think that we, as people, we get stuck in telling people what they want to hear. And so we try to keep it as subtle as we can. But sometimes when you want to see somebody live, you tell them the truth. Hey, nigga, that music you making, it ain't it. But they don't even know that it ain't it because they sitting up there getting high and drunk to these niggas' music and not even understanding what they niggas what the music is. Yes, they gonna get in trouble. Yes, they gonna die. Yes, they gonna scam. They gonna go do it because they speaking it to their life. That's all they do is talking. So how you gonna tell a nigga not to do it when you literally sitting up there bouncing to the same music that they do? Y'all, we appraise the same thing. They praising the same thing. They telling them to stop. $1 million worth of game. That show, they ain't really got no game. Them niggas ain't really helping nobody for real. They only crying for idols. They only bring on idols. They don't bring on, well, I know people gonna say, yes, they do. They brought on a few. They bring on a few people who might not be idols. A few. But what does that mean for the whole? A few can never represent the whole. But I be talking to people who don't have no understanding. They don't be having no. It's like I be questioning what was the whole thing in school we learned. What was it that we learned in school? Forget it. I can't even remember. But it was context clues. Niggas had F's in context clues because they don't know how to make shit add up. We just take shit where we see as face value and don't look at the context clues. Like, if he do this, and this, I assure you that's his lifestyle, so he ain't gonna be able to stop doing the same thing that you praising him for. That's what I'm gonna say on that.
Well, Lil Durk released a new song recently, and he had some lyrics in there that was pretty surprising to a lot of people, man. And what he said was, I could have been on that RICO. I called Thug and told him every dude I shot.
This nigga just trying to, he just trying to, first off, nigga, how you gonna be in a RICO? You're not even in a gang. A RICO is for gangs. Nigga, you're not even from there. Lil Durk just trying to make himself, people just like to say, or not only that, because he could be talking about an OTF RICO, because they supposed to have a RICO as well, but he gonna give them what they wanted in order to save himself and save his gang. But I feel like that, when he just played that, obviously I feel like there's a deeper message, but people just like to come out and seem like they so tough and seem like they so big and so bad. And I don't be wanting to bring no nothing like that into it, but like Lil Durk, you a bitch, dude. All that talking about guns, you talking about the people, you nigga, come fight. Come fight. Niggas, I'm tired of niggas who thinking that they so big and bad when you gotta get a gun to do your dirty work. These niggas would not last in the ring with me for 1 second. I will beat the fuck out of Lil Durk, a Boss Top, an NBA Youngboy, all these rappers that y'all like, and excuse me, I'm not trying to be this way, but they killing our minds. So yes, I'm angry. Because they get out here and they seem like they so thug and so gangster, nigga will go up against the gangster for the Most High. That's what I see myself at. You a gangster for the world, let's fight a gangster for the Most High and see who prevail. See who prevail. Bet you they won't get nowhere near past the first couple minutes in the ring with me. And what does that say about them deeply? That they ain't as gangster as they trying to make it. They look. And why do y'all want to be seen as killers so much? What is the thing niggas got hard on for one of the niggas to still kill you if you a killer? People think that because I'm a killer, look what happened to mine. He was a killer and the nigga was so quick to kill him because he knew he was a killer. That could have been it. Maybe this nigga gonna have somebody, let me kill him before he start trying to kill. Why is we so attracted? Lil Durk, you're a goofy. Please, I'm gonna repent. I'm gonna go pray to God. When I do, don't take this moment and make me my moment, this moment, because this ain't my lifestyle. But I don't like these dudes because they killing the mind of y'all, and y'all love them. And I want to smack the fuck out of them, if I'm honest, if I'm being totally honest.
You mentioned Lil Tim and Von's situation. Do you think that King Von's reputation is the reason why Lil Tim was so quick to shoot him?
It could have been. I'm saying it could have been, but I think it was already pre-planned. So before that whole moment, them niggas weren't even supposed, they was never supposed to be there, Cam. Top called Vern, and next thing you know, or was it Top, or I think it was Durk. They wasn't supposed to be at that hole in the wall where Von got killed at. They were supposed to be going somewhere else, but somebody called Vaughn, I believe it was Durk, and told them to go there. And they end up there. And that ended up happening. And it ended up being on TV, and everybody can see. Come on, man. Y'all think about it. They wasn't supposed to be there. Why did rich people who got love, they got money, they could be anywhere, end up in a hole in the wall spot where it'd be you got a perfect one-way angle of seeing exactly how this man would kill, so there would be nobody can question if they sacrifice, because we think that people can't get sacrificed in the way that Vaughn did because we got the footage. So we get stuck on what we can see, but we don't think about the spiritual things. But yeah, so it could have been, but I don't think that was solely it, but it could have been a reason like, nigga, oh man, go get that. He could have had it in his head like, shit, we know who them niggas is, we know where they come from, and if a fight break out, they might pull out a scrap, so they probably rush to it first.
There was some unseen footage released of King Von being arrested in O Block. Did you check it out?
The long time ago, yeah, I seen it, yeah, I seen it.
You know, how often do the cops go up in there, man? Because it seems like they're kind of scared to go in there.
Shit, they ain't scared to go in there, Cam. When we was doing what we was doing, they come pretty frequent. The security officers, they can see the cameras in there, so all they gotta do is probably press a button or call them, and they come swarming. I was about to do some stupid stuff on the block one time. My homies them right there with me. Before we go into that, nigga, it was a time me, Boss Shine, and I'm young, dumb, stupid, and I don't even think I was gonna shoot, but again, I was doing things so that these niggas would see me and take me in, and like, okay, well, you one of us now, you gotta, and I'm sitting here one day, and it's a beam on his gun. I don't even know the dude that was walking. He wasn't he wasn't the type of person that we was actually out to get. So if I'd have killed him, it would have been innocent blood. And so I'm lining him up, and in my head, I'm like, what you doing this for? These niggas don't even care about you if you get locked up. Ain't nobody gonna care, but I'm going along with it anyway, so I got him lined up, and then this light flash out of the corner of my eye. Next thing you know, woo, bro, and it was crazy because I did not get caught. The clip fell out. The clip literally, I saw the cops coming, and in my head, I'm like, how the fuck did cops get so close up on us and shine you right on the right side of me? You right here. How the cops coming and you ain't see him? Nigga, I'm trying to line this nigga up, but you don't see the cops? They come a lot, and it wasn't no one car. It's like they came and they knew what I was right there doing. So I was just saying that story, like, nigga, the security and those cameras, they work. Even if we don't think they work, they work. Cause how was and maybe it was just God allowing that moment to happen so I would not, you feel me, do something that I probably would have thought that I couldn't have came back from. He always had his way. Cause I was supposed to die on O Block. To the day that Tune got killed, that should have been me. But no, it shouldn't have been me because it wasn't. But if you look at the way in which that it was, I was for sure supposed to die. It wasn't my time though. But it'd be crazy. But yeah, man, the block, police always come swarming on the block, bro. Always. It ain't no thing. They definitely ain't scared. I told Jessica, I thought I told you about the games they used to play. They driving on the block with ops in the back of their car. Playing with them saying, man, we'll let y'all out. You on O Block, they wasn't scared of nothing. They wasn't scared.
Why do you say you were supposed to die that day the platoon died? Were you right next to him when it happened?
This is the story of that day. Nobody outside Cam. Absolutely nobody but us. The camp, the little small camp that I was with. Oogie's still alive. He got shot this day too. So anything that I say, I can always go back and you can fact check all the time. So it was, I remember me, Oogie, Boss Money girlfriend, and probably somebody 12. So about 6 of us. It was cold as hell. This is the last time I talked to Fredo Santana too. It was freezing. And I had just came. It was this girl named Diamond. Her mom's name Big, and I had went up there. I'm talking to Big. I had a crush on her, obviously. Like I had a crush on her, and I like obviously she grown, but I liked the way she looked and whatnot. And so I was just up there talking to Big, making it seem like I was worried about Diamond, when in reality I was trying to see the mama. And I'm talking to her, right? And so I go back downstairs. Me and Oogie's finna go to the other end. So as soon as I come outside, Oogie I saw him walking off. And in the moment I see him, I see two dudes walking. And I already didn't, when I saw them, I was like, this scene, I had a thought in my spirit. But regardless, I was still gonna go because my homie called me, period. And what I was gonna say, I couldn't make up a lie to get out of it. So she called me. Crazy, I literally came on my granny grave, may she rest in peace. I just came from down there. She said, Jamal, come here, I got something, I gotta tell you something. And Oogie literally had just told, I'm walking to Oogie now, he said, Hood, I'm finna go to the other end, you coming? So I'm walking, here I come, bro. So I'm walking, and she, Jamal, come here. So I'm Oogie, I'll be down there in a minute, bro. So I'm running back upstairs, right, Cam? All I hear was boom, 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 boom. Nigga, I fly upstairs. I ran so fast that I was able to get to the window in time to see them niggas still standing over Oogie. Well, I'm no lie, they was still standing over him. I'm seeing them shoot. After they shoot, they run. I'm looking at him. I'm scared. I want to go downstairs, but I'm trying to wait till at least I know these niggas gone. Oogie get up off the floor and he run. So while I'm running downstairs to go get Oogie, I hear more shots. Boom, 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 boom. Shit, I'm like, Oogie, man, I don't know what's going on. I'm about to run down here and tell your peoples them just give me a little bit. So a couple seconds after I see this happen, after I'm talking to Oogie, I run down to go tell Oogie them people what had happened. And I see Platoon laid in the ground, head down. I'm talking about bullets in his head, skull, brains. I can't unsee this. But why I said it was supposed to be me was because if she did not call me, they ain't no telling what would have happened. Clearly, it was two men, they had two guns, and she called me back up, and somebody else died. They ran into Platoon trying to get into this building, and he was coming out, because if this shot's going off on O Block, niggas gonna think we did it every time. But it wasn't. It was a dude who actually lived by the sword, and that day he died by the sword. Because Platoon was one of the ones who got up, and he was one of the drillers, one of the first ones, man. But in that moment, God spared my life, and he allowed for someone else's life to be taken. So it was a moment that I forever, Cam, this really happened. I really saw this. This is really traumatizing to even think about. I don't even want to get shot at. I wouldn't even if I would have made it, I wouldn't have wanted to go through that moment of terrifying. Niggas get shot and you ain't even supposed to die, but because your fear of death, you die. It happened to D-Thing from 600. He got shot. I forgot when he got shot. It was probably like in his stomach, and he died from shock. Oh man.
How did that moment change you?
Man, Cam, that moment right there, bro, was my beginning to my new life in a way. Seeing somebody that I was with and Platoon, like before Platoon saw.
Did two people die that day or just one?
Two people got shot, one died. And Oogie, he got shot. It was crazy. They stood over him. And they only shot him twice. Swear to God, they only shot him twice. And they stood over him. He could get on your pod. He could, facts, all facts. These is true facts. They stood over him. He got shot in his nose, it went out his ear, and he got shot in his hand. And they killed Platoon. But yeah, man, that changed my life. I really started to think about, like, dude, what if you was Platoon? Because me and Platoon had like the same color jacket, and the lady that I was living with, she called and she was like, man, I thought that you was dead. I just saw somebody out there that they said that they saw your jacket, and I didn't know if it was you, because we had like the same color, the same style H&M sweater. And so and in my head, I'm like, it almost was. Why did this lady call me back up there when I just left? I literally on my granny grave, I just came from up there. She didn't even tell me nothing clearly because of what happened, but I don't even know what it was that she had to say to me. We ain't talk about it because so much happened, transpired after that. But I'm just thinking, like, what was it so important that after I just left that she called? Man, it was God using her in that moment. Call him back up here because he saw what it would have been for me. And he saw if he would have saved me and spared me, what my life would have looked like if I could have saw him gracefully getting me through that moment.
Since our last interview, King Yella did an interview with Say Cheese, and he went viral. And they asked him about King Von, being accused of all these murders and everything. And, King Yella said that King Von was the devil and that he was crazy. How do you feel about that, or when you see these types of things that people say?
It get me angry. And it get me angry because y'all the same, nigga, you live the same life Von did. The only thing that separate Von from you is that he was actually doing the shit he was rapping about and trying to do it. So if Von is the devil and because he did, but y'all act like y'all did, but y'all didn't do, what the hell is y'all? What are you? How can you say somebody the devil, but your whole image, you wish that they loved you like they love Von for the things that they know he did. If you didn't, you would have never came out as F, whatever your name is, with the gang connotation behind your name. So if Von was the devil, then nigga, even though you didn't do the actions that Von did, you must want to be the devil because why do you portray yourself the same way? You portrayed yourself and these niggas do the same thing Von did. Again, the only thing that set them apart is that Von probably got more bodies than them, but we don't know what they did. Niggas don't talk about if they kill somebody. That's just a fact. They ain't trying to incriminate themselves. But the whole point of it was when I saw King Yella, we got into it over there. Cause like, and I really like, you feel me, me and King Yella, and from that moment, it got me angry because, and now, all right, with him, I brought him on my podcast and I asked him like, bro, is this change? Is this really you, or is it just because it's generating money? And right then I saw that it's generating money. These people can have the gift of gab and talk how they want, but if they not bringing your salvation, which is Jesus the Christ, into your life, Yeshua HaMashiach the Christ into your life, understand that they being you, it don't matter. It might sound good to get you worldly things, but I don't want the world. I want the things that he said that this world will pass away. I want those things that won't ever pass away, like Christ said. But yeah, King Yella, any of these podcasters, man, these niggas, first, FYB, the rappers, first off, we talking about them specifically, the rappers. Y'all the same as Von. The only thing was y'all songs, them niggas ain't believe, it didn't gravitate and catch on like hot fire like Von's did. But you the same as a Von. They look at you, probably not now, they see your fake love and your fake inspiration. It's all fake. Period. Like I said, if they not speaking on Christ, it's frivolous because they ain't really giving you no life. People don't need to hear how to operate through the world. They need to, whatever we do, but we need to know who gonna help us operate through the world. And that's Christ. It ain't yourself. You ain't doing it on your own. I know our hearts are hard where we like, who is Christ? We don't know him. But again, you gonna engage into a spiritual law with your flesh, and you better go see what the backlash, what the effect is over what you doing and what you saying. And you ain't gonna be able to tell that through yourself. If he created the world and we are manifestations of him, of what his mind said and what his lips said or whatever his spirit said, then we have to understand that we don't really know much. We were creations of the creator. So we need to be trying to see what the creator said about this lifestyle. What did he say about people that act like this, that do like this, that talk like this, that move like this? Do not lean on your own understanding. And it's sad that we all lean on our own understanding, which is truthfully ignorance. No knowledge at all.
Do you feel like King Von would have taken that as a compliment, or would he have been mad about it?
About what?
About what King Yella said?
That's a tough question. That's a tough. I feel like if he was still the Von with no change that we know him as, he probably would have laughed and said, "Yeah, I am the devil." I feel like that's the type of time that Von was on. A lot of us, Cam, we don't really be knowing what it is that we be doing. We just, it's the spirits attached to us. It's the world and it's the atmosphere where everybody think they bigger than what they truly is until death knock at your door. Nigga, you ain't too big for death. So humble yourself. That's what I think I said, nigga. All these niggas down around me, I think I need to humble myself. It be the same niggas that be killing and talking about they ain't never gonna get killed that die. What I say.
The biggest news that happened just a few days ago was Tory Lanez being found guilty for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. You know, this thing, the court went on for about maybe a week or a little longer than a week. And, you know, they had a lot of different testimonies, but I guess in the end, the jury came back and they found him guilty, and now he's looking at 22 years. I don't think anybody thinks he's going to get 22 years, probably less than 10. I think I'm guessing, but, did you follow that at all?
I mean, I knew about it, and, that whole situation was definitely strange, man. Like, this is a situation where it was like, bro, what was your point of shooting this woman? Like, Tory, it just show you when these spirits take hold of dude, like it's this is right here, Cam. It's a lot of grown men that think that they actually a man because they got muscles. You got a penis. You look like a man. You in a man's shell. But these niggas are the furthest thing away from what a man actually is. A man has accountability and responsibility. These dudes ain't accountable for nothing. They ain't responsible for nothing. And today you see so many of these Ahab and Jezebel relationships where she might have been too powerful for this dude. And so he could not control her with his words. So he let his emotion get the best of him. And now your emotions take over. You do an action like what he did. He shot her, which was weird. What's your point of shooting somebody? It's a female. First off, you shooting a woman, nigga. It did. I don't know, bro. Some of it is really like kind of even weird to talk about, bro. This is kind of one of the weirdest situations that ever happened. Most niggas, they like, man, if you got a chance at Megan Thee Stallion, nigga, you should be hitting. You shooting something, but it shouldn't be a gun. Like, what are you doing? Like, people just weird. But I feel like, nigga, he finna get what he deserved, bro. If he had to sit down for that 22, I mean, it'd be a hard 22, but you did something. So now be a man enough to receive what it is that come along with the actions that you did. But again, man, it's weird. And if that happened, wouldn't it with the fact that like he was talking to another friend and he got mad at her, but you the one talking to the other friend, like niggas want it all, they try to have it all, and you ain't really even more. She probably scared that nigga. He's small anyway, so and Megan Thee Stallion kind of big. She probably gave him a too quick piece, and he shot her just scared her. You never. Why else would he shoot her? You ain't pulling out no gun unless somebody's scaring you. The cops ain't saying they shooting people. They fear for their life. These folks was in fear of his life. Something happened.
After the jury came out with their verdict, his dad came out and he had like a public speech, and he kind of went off on a lot of people. And I think one of the wildest things was, he was blaming Jay-Z and Rock Nation for his son getting found guilty.
That's interesting. See, look, Cam, sometimes people be involved in things that others don't know about. So when somebody speak of a Jay-Z and a Rock Nation, that is a parent of someone who, in a sense, strives to get to where Jay-Z is, he ain't speak that for no reason. I don't know what it is if Jay-Z and him had any kind of connection, but sometimes that's why they separate these items from their family. And you will get a person like 50 Cent who his son don't know who he is. He get a new family, but it ain't your authentic default family. It's a family that they want you to have so that they will be able to, because most times it's the parent that will pair you with, and I know I'm kind of going off on a limb, but I'll pick it back up. So for those who understand, in the industry, they like to have pairings to pair you with somebody who is in the same realm of the atmosphere that you in, so that way you don't have to fight nothing. If I'm Illuminati in a sense and you Illuminati, we just gonna be Illuminati. But if I'm Illuminati and you not, you gonna be questioning what it is that I'm doing. So they can't have none of that going into these new artists. So they give them a bad little female, you know, and that be the woman that they want to pair them up with. I don't know what exactly specifically he meant by bringing in Jay-Z, but we got to understand that Jay-Z and Beyonce, regardless of who we look at them as, if you love Beyonce, that's cool. But Satan is, if he used anybody, he's used them more than anything. Beyonce and Satan, listen to that. Come on, bruh. Listen to, Jay-Z was probably one of not the beginning, because it was rappers before him, but just who he is, just him, the whole Ice Cube. Man, Satan loved when he saw them dudes, because now I don't have to kill y'all. I could use y'all people to use their words, and their words gonna kill y'all. Because again, if I had you mark yourself with your own words, do I gotta kill you? You marking yourself for death. I don't have to physically do nothing to you but put somebody that will kill your mind in front of you. But again, man, I don't know exactly what happened with that, but I think that it's something deep within those lines and why he said it. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they definitely like gatekeepers. They definitely gatekeepers. Come on, man. Definitely gatekeepers to that. And what gate is they gatekeeping? We know they're gatekeeping for heaven's doors. So then they obviously gatekeeping for somebody else. And we know if there's a heaven, there's a hell. Who runs heaven? Who runs hell? Pretty simple for somebody for us, for people who we so smart, we so intelligent. Well, y'all should be able to understand that.
Recently, hip hop produced a TV series called Hip Hop Homicides, and it went over the King Von, Duck, Mo3, Pop Smoke, and a few others, about the alarming amount of deaths that have been in hip hop in recent years. Did you have a chance to check that out by any chance?
I wouldn't even watch it.
You wouldn't even watch it?
Would not watch it. Cam, but I'm just be honest. I'm a black man in America. And for years and for years and for years, I've been seeing them make fools out of us. I've been seeing us make fools out of our own self. Because they'll have 50 Cent be the one who produced the shows. So we like, oh shit, if a black man did it, it gotta be cool, gotta be good. But the thing is, man, and what I meant by that, let's just think about the war on drugs for a minute. I'm gonna bring y'all around to what I meant. They gave, first off, these people in the hood, they ain't create no damn drugs. The drugs was dropped off. These people, we don't know nothing other than what's been taught to us. Black people who came here on slave boats, who we don't even talk our normal language, we talk and speak everything that we was taught, right? So they dropped drugs off again. We don't know how to do nothing with the drug. They made money when they dropped the drugs off. Snowfall, I'm gonna get to the Snowfall, but I have to say this. They made money. Snowfall showed us that they was making money when black men was selling drugs, right? Okay, so then the war on drugs, so they locked all these people up. What happens when people go into a jail cell? That's more money, right? So that's two ways that it seem like we getting fucked and they getting paid. The third way, make a TV show and tell them what you've done to them, what they did to themselves, and now they make more money about our hurt. Like we getting fucked from three different angles. First, they made money when they gave us the drugs because we were selling it. We went to jail, they made more money. Now they make money about the shows. Now let's create a show and just really pretty much just go over the same thing again. And what is this hip hop show for? What is it for? We know Von died. Can we get something to refrain from us going to these avenues in which there's nothing but death awaiting us? Why they can just show you when it looked like to die, but they can't even try to help you from dying? If y'all care about people not dying, why do y'all glorify the niggas who actually see the dying and they glorify the dying and you glorify them? How is death gonna ever be alleviated from our souls if y'all keep showing us niggas who is only being shown because of the deaths that we think they done or the death in their music? So it's kind of confusing, but no, I don't want to watch it. I'm trying to battle not watching these other shows that we love so much and we don't even understand that they showing us how they fucked us, how the world fucked us, because everybody ain't a part of that. You know, we get stuck on, if I say white, then a white person is just as poor as me, who is just as much deceived as I am, gonna be battling me. And that's why Satan loves to throw words out, and carnal men who don't seek spiritual answers, they just take the carnal. And the carnal is the flesh. Carnal is flesh. They just take that. So whatever you see, I ain't gonna think no deeper than what we've been taught to accept what we see. School tell you, nigga, you gonna get these answers right and ain't no other answers. This is what you see. And this is what it is. And ain't no, this could be true. Ain't no two things can be true at once. Most times with the way that they try to program us to live. So it's pretty much what you see is what you get, and people believe what they see. And they don't understand what you continuously feed your mind will become your faith. If you continuously feed yourself drill music all day, 9 times out of 10, you gonna go and, you feel me? I be hearing the niggas, man, that be, your lifestyle reflect what it is that you continuously think of. I know you be probably just thinking of content all day. How you finna better your content, and what do you do? You go seek out content. Seek out things and stories for you to be able to actually show to the people that watch and love your work. And it's what you feed yourself over and over, so it's what you get. Whatever, you feel me? And if I'm feeding myself negativity, no, I got negativity coming my way, even if I don't know it. But yeah, I don't want to watch. I'm tired of these black exploitation shows. I'm tired of these puppet ass black men who we look at as a sense of security when these niggas is puppets. They can't sing, dance, and tap without they motherfucking master say. And that's a fact. Try to go against them if you want to. You see what happened to all of them. The moment that them niggas step out of line, stop it. Tell 50 Cent step out of line and do something that they don't want him to do. Tell Lil Durk step out of line and do something that they don't want. They don't want Lil Durk to make no amends with no ruler. Lil Durk probably want to, but I bet you they tell me, man, you better not go shake that boy hand. And if you do shake his hand, you gonna shake his hand when we tell you to. Ask Lil Durk, what the fuck is with all this demonic, these symbols that he having? He made a song called Brothers or whatever, Loyal Brothers. And in the picture, whatever what you want to call the thumbnail, whatever the picture for the video, you see Lil Durk, which we know is him, and then you see a bunch of look like empty souls. It see like a bunch of people who they used to be here, but now they not. What is loyal in that, nigga, when you know you the reason for them deaths? For those people who can't spiritually discern what you doing, I see. You see who Lil Durk is, you know him, and then you just got all these other figures who are actual souls that he brought to the kingdom of Satan. And that's why he's going to continue to get paid. Von all them died. What happened? Oh, now we gonna put you up here with Drake. Now your money going up. Now your money go up. Now you got 50, 40 million bucks. He ain't dropped no albums. He ain't dropped no tapes, but they gave him a $40 million advance. So I'm saying, when do say, nigga, they give you a loan when you first get into the music industry. You gotta pay this back. But yeah, man, for people who don't understand, they ain't gonna understand, man. I'm just gonna continue to pray for folks. That's all I do.
They interviewed quite a bit of people in the show. And they interviewed, King Von's mom. They interviewed Asian Doll. They interviewed Kayla B. And she denied being any part of, the drama that went on between Youngboy and King Von. She even denied hooking up with Youngboy.
Asian Doll?
Yep.
That's interesting. I don't know. Like I said, it ain't had nothing to do. I don't know if Asian Doll and Youngboy had it wasn't about Asian Doll specifically. It was about the NBA Youngboy girl. Whoever his baby mama was. That's where it stemmed from. The fact that Von, I feel like when Von went around her, Youngboy ain't like that. Obviously, because again, they was talking. I sat right there in front of Von. Him and Youngboy called and they talked. And they talking about females that they was hitting. That they had the same, you feel me, women that they was both having sex with. And I asked Von, I'm like, he got herpes, right? I was confused because I'm like, he got herpes. I was like, you having sex with somebody after this nigga? That's kind of weird. But you feel me? And we just pretty much left it at that. But it stemmed over Jania. I think that's her name, Jania. Von hit her. Von must have had sex with her and Youngboy. Come on, that's his baby mama. Asian Doll ain't Von again. That was a Illuminati parent, somebody who was in the same field as him. Who, if they get together, that they can have a bunch of people thinking that they live in one fantasy world with him. He probably built a loving for her, but it wasn't no loving where he would love her like his main thing, like his wife. He ain't appreciate her. That was fake. Fake as hell. Man, the thing is, they get stuck on what they see. Nigga like me, as soon as I saw Von, I know your type. I know you don't like Asian Doll like that for real. Hell no, that shit for the fans, gang. My granny grade woman, I ain't gotta never get out here and lie. He said that shit was for the fans. That was one of my first videos that ever came out. And then it was another...
Wait, Von said that the whole Asian Doll relationship wasn't real and that it was for the fans.
For the fans. And God hear my words. Y'all see how I speak on God? He could strike me down, cause a heart attack in my heart right now if what I'm saying ain't true. But yeah, that definitely was he literally, out of his mouth, he broke hell now, because I was thinking about her. I was thinking about some other thing. I'm like, bro, you've been with women who look better than this. And her body, she kind of looked, I'm trying to talk down on her, but she kind of looked weird to me in a sense. And just like her body when she got her body done. And on my mama, when I asked him, bro, and he said straight like that, Cam, straight like that. Oh shit, that shit was for the fans, gang. Hell no. He ain't love that girl for real. And when I came out with that video, folks like, he did love that girl. His mother knew her. Bro, anybody from the hood would want a girl who they think is famous. She was signed by Gucci. Take a nigga off the block, and you don't think that he gonna want to be seen with a motherfucking famous girl? Did he love her? No. It was apparent that they wanted. He ain't, come on, man. That's why as soon as he died, she faked like she was so in grief, and she was bouncing around from rapper to rapper and getting 60,000 bond names, had it on her. Illusion. More people was probably clicking and watching her music videos while she faking all like she crying. You ain't know him. You ain't even know him to hate, to really love. You ain't really know him anyway, I bet. She didn't know the real King Von. She didn't know who that man really was. People, friends know who they really be. Sometimes your girlfriend don't really know who you is because you be faking to even get the motherfuckers, and then you just keep faking because you don't want them to know who you truly is. Niggas be wanting to be stuck with the image of thug and gangster, so they females don't see the soft in them, the feminine in them. But that's what I say, man. That ain't had nothing to do with Youngboy hit Asian Doll. I'm sure he could have hit Asian Doll if he wanted to. Sosa had Asian Doll back in the days. Do y'all not know that? Chief Keef, Asian Doll, been a little industry thought. Sosa had it when he first got on. Oh, y'all remember? Y'all need to go, y'all be Googling YouTube and everything else. Go YouTube that. Yeah, Sosa, she been a little thought. Sorry, excuse my language, but that's what she is. And she not.
That's crazy news, man. Well, after Vaughn passed away, she called herself Queen Vaughn, and she kind of was like, really seemed like she was really hurt by Vaughn's passing. And so, how do you feel when you see something like that? People have also accused her of being fake.
I was angry because I wanted Vaughn to be here to speak up for himself. When a man died, all we get is a bunch of people to say who that man was to them, but that man is no longer here to say what these people is to him. So you could get it, Von, Cousin, Balo, all these people coming out and now Von overly loved y'all. When it's like, man, y'all lying. Somebody lying, man. But it just hurt me because I wish that people was able to hear his truth. I try to say what his truth was based off of what he told me, but he could have been lying to me too. What if it was that he just lied to me, but it wasn't no lie because I know who he is. When Vaughn was in love with Ruby, he ain't care to tell nobody he was in love with her. And everybody know who Ruby is. Anybody who know who Vaughn is, they know Ruby. And this was a girl who Vaughn dealt with years and years and years before the internet ever knew what a king Vaughn was. Niggas don't think that I want to Vaughn closest friends. Go YouTube or Google search, or no, go on Twitter and put in Old Block Hood, because that was my name before I changed my life when I started playing football. That was my Old Block Hood and King Vaughn. And see with him mentioning me and Boshan, like, hey bro, I'm about to come get y'all, this and that. Him saying that I was a lover boy and all this, walked the band. Like, bro, this is my real deal, Holyfield best friend. Again, my granny didn't even let me spend the night over nobody's crib but this man's and Dante's, which he known as Lil Gooch. I know him. Y'all just know a part of him. Y'all know a part, and most of y'all don't even know a part. Y'all know the music, which that really ain't even him, but it was a part of his life, so I get it.
So quite a bit happened since our last interview, but I think one of the more shocking things that happened was when Charleston White got into it with DJ U and pulled out his gun. Did you have a chance to check that out?
Yeah, I checked it out. I did a video on it. It was weird. Yeah, I checked it out, man. I think a lot of people they say that they able to learn from Charleston White, and he's such a smart and loving, and he's truly a character. And again, like I say, you can learn a lot from him maybe, but I don't even want to say that no more, because a lot of what his light is ain't really light. He talking about a bunch of worldly stuff, and it's truly vain. But to somebody who want the world and they just want to be seen by the world, these dudes love who he is. But how y'all gonna call a man righteous? Because that's what he portrayed. That's what he try to get people to think. If these rappers so evil and they the devil and they so satanic and they so just devilish, what are you? Somebody that got a troll? Because they made it. He made another. They made it seem as though like that whole thing was fake. So if it was fake, and it wouldn't be his first time because he act like he shot himself. This is the same Charleston White that made it seem like he shot himself. And it's like, dude ain't worried about saving nobody's life how y'all think. It's like these dudes are just trolling. It's all for money. Go listen to Charleston White. I can't do nothing for it, man. If it ain't got no money, if it ain't got no money, I don't want to do nothing. You niggas is It's just funny. And that's why most people like him, because they think that he give off funny truth, but it just hurt to hear. Nigga, a lot of what he say, I will say it's truth in it, but it ain't the truth that we need. Because if he was giving us truth from the true one, we will be looking at everything that he continues to say, everything that he continues to do. with his word? Why you trolling if this you and Lil DJ you if that whole altercation was fake? What's the purpose? You out here supposed to be helping the minds of the young kids like you say you doing, you helping them. So why are you like, and the thing is, a fool will tell you, you just mad because he's making money. Let him feed his family. So it is okay for a man to feed their family off the minds, off wasting time and wasting the mind of the people they can monetize off hurting us. Because if they ain't helping you, then clearly they hurting you, right? That's what we don't understand. And people will literally say things like that. And I just sit there and think about why they think these things. It's because of the people who they follow. You think a double-minded way because you are praising a double-minded man. Charleston White is double-minded. No matter what nobody says, his lifestyle go against the same thing he preaching against. Because if you saying that these rappers so evil and all that, bro, it seems like you hate them. And if you hate them, understanding that you ain't of God, because God don't hate nobody. I mean, he do got something that he hate, which we can go biblically. But I'm saying in terms of God don't hate the flesh. He don't hate the things that he can see. So he might hate the spirit that a person and dwells in, but he don't hate that person. He says, do not, we don't fight the flesh. That's what it is. We do not fight flesh. So I don't fight you, Cam. If it's you getting angry, it ain't you who I'm really truly should be angry at. It's something that might be inside of you causing your anger and which I should be questioning. And that's how the Most High try to get us to see. But I know that understanding is like, for a lot of people, it's like you speaking in Ebonics. You speaking a foreign language to these folks. They don't know what you said. If I start talking about God, if I started speaking Bible scriptures, right now, people, it'll seem like this to folks. You don't understand. You see your flesh, like, what is this nigga talking about? And that's why I don't read the Bible. Satan to seduce you with anger to keep you away from something that's truly gonna change your life. A lot of people, they come on my videos and they get angry and things like that, but they don't even understand that anger that you see, and you don't even know. You get angry because I put Chief Keef ain't a GOAT in my title or whatnot, and you don't even understand how you blocking yourself from probably something you need to see because of your anger of what you saw. And you ain't think no deeper. But yeah, Charleston White, man, he is an illusion. He just another false sense of security for people thinking that, oh man, we got a strong black man that's really up here and he actually helping us. That's just what it is. And he ain't helping nobody. He ain't creating actual hope. He's just an entertaining.
A lot of people were mad at DJU for even interviewing him. They felt like he shouldn't have even interviewed Charleston White because of the things that he said about Chicago and some of the people in Chicago that have passed away.
DJU is a clown. I did an interview with DJU, and you would think that these people I thought because like he had a little knowledge about the life that I thought he was interested in actually giving hope to kids. Cause he had, but that's just how I say it. He gonna come to you subtle with some truth so that you will believe everything else along the lines with these people. And DJU is just another person doing it for the money and the clout. Like he think I'm doing this for money and clout, but nigga, if I wanted money and clout, I would have just been a rapper. I'm way more of a man, way more, and my old me was way more gangster than any of these niggas that coming up now could ever be. Cause I wasn't gangster due to what y'all wanted me to do, nigga. I just had hate and hurt in my heart, and nigga, I go and exercise that on someone else. Now you get a bunch of niggas who they ain't got that type of bone in their body, but they see the lifestyle that it can offer them if they did live in that lifestyle. But it's a hard thing to do, man. Is this life? But I definitely pretty much just keep it at that, man. With them people, bro, it's easy to do what they do to live this life. It's the hardest thing to do. It's the hardest thing to do, and that's why I got the greatest reward. And you can't even see it now. You can be thinking about hopefully if you hope, you gonna need that hope for what we trying to really get. And if you don't care about it, enjoy your time now because this is the best that it's gonna get for you. If you don't think Jesus is real, you don't want to believe in the eternal life of heaven, it's because you ain't gonna go and get it. But that hell that you might not believe, because you don't believe in hell, don't mean that. Because you don't believe in heaven, don't mean that you're not gonna be granted hell. You don't gotta believe. Like I was talking about the spiritual laws. You don't gotta believe. But once you do, and you end up, just understand that it was a manifestation of what you did with your life. What you said with your tongue.
When I was looking through some of your videos, I seen one of the titles was about Lil Reese. And I think, the day I learned Lil Reese was a savage or something along those lines, man. What was it like growing up? I believe Reese was older than you at the time, so you kind of looked up to him a little bit.
I mean, there's very few people I'd say I looked up to, but he was one because he had that, what I thought I wanted, but clearly I didn't want. But yeah, I looked up to Lil Reese because of, the clout he was getting, the money we thought he was making. And Lil Reese, bro, like, again, our whole upbringing was, nigga, who can be the most evil? And he was damn near one of the best at it when we was young, so everybody looked up to him. And it's just crazy. See, I be having a hard time saying it because it's like, how dumb that sounds stupid, right? But that's what people do. It sounds so dumb, but that's what we was doing in the hood. Damn near like, nigga, who can be most evil? As soon as you come out, niggas tell you ain't having sex with nobody, nigga, you a lame. You ain't shooting nobody, you ain't killing nobody, you a lame. You ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. So now it's like, nigga, I'm gonna go pop somebody before you can tell me I can't. And I'm gonna look at you like, nigga, what? I done did that to them, I do it to you. But you feel me? We don't even understand in the life that in the atmosphere we create for ourselves, for our kids, for people we say we love. But yeah, it'd be crazy, bro. But yeah, Reese was definitely one of the ones that, like, everybody, man, that's Lil Reese. It's Lil Reese. You feel me? His name speak for itself when you say that. The name just speak for itself, bro. And he was and the day that I saw he was crazy, it was just like, I never seen somebody rob somebody like that. So it was just different. But yeah.
Can you take me to the story that you talked about?
Oh, all right, yeah. Well, all right, so it's not a long story, it's quick. We was sitting on the front of Parkway Gardens, which is Oak Block, which y'all know it as. And we just out there thugging, pretty much just doing what niggas do. You just sit out there. That's on the block. You just sit. If you go past right now, them niggas just sitting talking. They ain't doing much. They just talking, sitting, might be smoking. And we was sitting on the front, and there was this dude walking past. And it was funny. It's funny as hell. Because like, sometimes you can tell somebody, they don't gangbang, they don't do nothing. You can just tell that they look like a normal person who's walking. And the nigga was walking. And Reese was like, hey. He screamed at him, and dude, look, he kept going like he can't be talking to me. Hey, nigga, you, come here. Dude walked in the gates. He literally, I would have probably ran if it was me. Shit, I'm not walking to where y'all at. Nigga, I'm about to take off. He walked in, and Reese literally, like, it was a time I never seen nobody hold a gun like this. He had the gun, not in his pants, but he had the belt holding the gun up. It was through his pants. Like, you see, I got my arm gun, see. But like somehow his belt was between the belt and the pants, and it was holding a gun up. And I didn't even know he had a gun. And when the dude walked up, he's like, man, what you around here doing, bro? Like, what you doing? He's like, bro was like, man, I'm just trying to go get me some weed, bro. I'm just trying to go get me some weed. Man, Reese, I forgot what he said to him, but he lifted up his shirt, and dude saw the gun, and he, man, give me all that shit. And so I was like laughing like a motherfucker, because I'm like, he didn't even pull a gun out. You feel me? And I never saw nobody holding their gun like that. And dude literally just pulled out all his money and shit. He gave it to him, and I'm just sitting there laughing. We like, dude, I hate that. I hate I even gotta relive some of the memory, because like, you was a weirdo back then, bro. Like, well, nothing funny about that. Like, I don't think that's funny now. I don't think there's nothing funny in it. I don't think nothing cool in it. It's weird. But yeah, that's what it was. He robbed dude, and he ain't touch his gun for real. He he really just like showed it to him like, man, we need all that shit. And then dude gave him all of it, then he went on about his way. And then folks ass crazy for real. Reese look crazy. It's something, bro. If you don't know who Reese is back in the days, folks, to see them big old eyes, Reese got them big dark eyes, right? Folks look like somebody you don't want to fuck with. Like back then, now nigga, I go to war with whoever. It wouldn't matter to me. Not war, but you saying like I take up for myself. I whoop his ass in a sense, type shit. But like when I was young during those days, it was like Lil Reese, nigga, this one of them savages, nigga. Like that's just the mind that we had for real. It's sad, but it's the truth.
What did you think when 6ix9ine was coming to O Block and kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of mocking O Block and doing all that?
I was angry because, nigga, like, you going somewhere when people ain't really out. Like, nigga, the birds was chirping. And you making it seem like you doing something gangster. I was mad because people love to follow, like, they follow behind dudes who make it seem like they tough, but they are not. They make it seem like they gangsters, but they really not. They just can create the illusion because they got the fan base. So whatever I say, they gonna take it. If I show a gun and I scrunch my face up, niggas think I'm the toughest nigga in the world. Change my name, call myself O Block Hood. Nah, don't mess with Hood, nigga. You see how he be acting in this video? Niggas be scared. But you can punch a nigga in their chest. Nigga can't even think straight because he don't even know how to operate once he really being tested. It's like a lot of us, we got walls built up so people won't try us. But I was angry with that situation because how he even got to our block was a form of disloyalty. I made a video about it because I knew who took him there. I didn't know who it was at first, but I ended up just through my little investigation and just looking through pictures, we seen that a girl from 600. If y'all anybody know LA Capone, you know Gotti. If you know who LA Capone is, you know Gotti. She was on all his videos, probably except a few of them. And she was the girl in there with the blonde hair who now she got a blue check for really just being LA's friend and whatnot. And she was the reason why 6ix9ine even got over there at the perfect time to take a video because she took him there. This is somebody who we know, who she clicked up and she loved the guys and loved this and all that, but she did that out of disloyalty, took that man to the block with some other girl. Another one of them dolls, Brazilian doll. I don't know all these damn dolls, but she got one of those doll names, not Asian doll, but it's
Cuban doll.
I'm sure they're gonna have it in the comments, but yeah, man, a female from somebody that O Block is clicked up with brought him to the block.
Well, Reese and 6ix9ine ended up getting into it. I don't know if you see, I'm sure you've seen the video. I don't know, it went viral. And it actually went viral again recently where, and Reese kind of pulls out a gun and, 6ix9ine kind of mocks him and everything. And, it kind of leads back into what you were saying about, 6ix9ine not really being tough and everything.
Yeah, niggas ain't really. And my thing is, man, Reese, is you really tough too, or is the gun your source of toughness? Cause me, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a man, and I ain't saying that nowhere. I'm a man. If I got issues with you, nigga, I don't want to take your life. But if we keep getting in arguments, nigga, let's fight. Why would I want to kill you for a moment of anger? What the hell, dude? Nigga, I beat you and want to see you walk around like I beat his ass rather than to take your life and think about me taking your life the whole time. So Reese not as tough as folks think he is. A lot of these niggas is only tough as the gun they got. The bigger the gun, the tougher the nigga. Get a dude 22, a nigga ain't gonna talk that tough. Don't have a gun, niggas gonna shut up. Like, these is the things that, bro, I wish they would take the guns away from these dudes and see who they truly is, see the lifestyle that they try to go get then. But it's crazy, man. I wish that we could refrain from stuff like that. I don't even know how they even ended up in the same vicinity together. Like, that's just crazy to me in itself. Like, how y'all end up in the same atmosphere? And Reese, you should have just whooped them. That's what I would have did if I'm Reese. If I'm living that life, I wouldn't have put on no gun. I'd have just ended start touching that chin. Quick as hell, you can't fight. You 9 times out of 10, somebody looking like that with colorful hair, obviously you don't really know till you know. But me personally, I would have touched them up quick. Like I'm quick to do that, and that's why I try so hard to stay away from that shit because I know I get lost in it. Cause I'm not like everybody else who claiming that they gangster and they, you feel me? We all got evil in us, but some people are more prone towards that evil heart than others. And I was one of them, and that's why I'm like, this can't be me. I can't lose myself from myself. So I sought out something that could calm me, something that could teach me with this anger and teach me the lifestyle, all that. So, but yeah, man, I think both of them niggas, you got two men who both beta males. That's what it is. Cause why you want to take a nigga life over a little moment of anger? You could get angry right now and in 5 minutes pass, you be happier than you ever been. It's the same thing with getting into it with people. You be angry, let a little time pass, you don't even think about what that person said. But if you kill him, you live the rest of your life thinking about what you done to that man. And most people, again, if you live by the sword, if you kill somebody and you just go through like 9 times 10, everybody that I know, Cam, that killed somebody or was trying to kill, they all dead. I don't know a nigga that, most of the niggas that they out here, they ain't do nothing. They still out, they probably go do something. But the most of the ones who OD all them tune, they already dead. They was the ones who was doing it. And they dead. They happened real quick. Them niggas ain't even experienced life for real. They died fast. Super fast.
Earlier this summer, there was some really wild news out in O Block. There was a video came out, and you actually seen A-Roy get killed in this video in O Block. It hit the internet, man. A lot of people were surprised about it, man. It was pretty crazy. What'd you think when you first seen that? Did you know A-Roy?
Yeah, I know, bro. I know A-Roy, the guy who allegedly did it. I know him. I know everybody. And I ain't just saying like niggas know me, Cam. Like niggas hood, like that's hood. Like they know me. Like for real. I stayed in the same park as he stayed in my park, and that was my park before he ever even moved. They even thought about a O Block. That was my shit, my park. You feel me? The second part was, I ain't saying it's my shit like I was king, but I'm just saying it was my park. Everybody know we in hood park, we in the second, whatnot. And so yeah, I knew him. But when I saw this, understand, I didn't even have to I knew who the dude was who he was beating up. But when I saw him get up and I saw his movements, if you really know somebody, they could be walking down the street a mile away and you know who it is. You really know somebody, you be around them, you can tell how they walk, they body language, and so it hurt my heart, Cam. Do you know the emotions that I was having run through my body, seeing him lose his life in front of his house? Like, he got killed in front of where he stayed at. A-Roy was not one of them people who overly aggressive, overly just out trying to be gangster. Obviously, niggas got their times. But if you really truly know somebody, you can truly know who they are because they ain't trying to really do that. They might act like it when it's time to act or say some things of whatever. But it was just emotions that I was just like, yeah, we truly, our block is true. Something sinister is truly happening in our block. When I mean sinister, is truly, and I don't like to, pretty much talk about it because the thing is, I had an opportunity to talk to the guy who took his life because I was making videos about him, and he know me. And the thing was, he made it seem like he ain't know who I was on his Instagram, and somebody sent it to me, and so I inboxed him. That's why I'm like, nigga, I don't know who. Come on, bro. I know your mama. I know your brother. I used to date your sister. I used to be sleeping over at your crib, playing with your older brother while you peeing off the top of the bed bump. So I don't know who. So I reached out to him, man, and we pretty much talked. And honestly, the police ain't gonna do nothing, so it ain't snitching. They know who did it. They know why. But when I talked to him, Cam, his whole, in the sense of basically why, because this is a good dude. This Jamon, the person who y'all know it, y'all see it. The person who did, he's a good dude at heart. Do you know a couple years ago he was at Western Illinois University? Western, this ain't no people gonna say, Vaughn went to college too. A community college ain't got community colleges thinking you back in high school basically. It ain't got no. It is not. I'm not trying to say it like, bro, go there to get to the next level. I'm not trying to put it down, but I'm saying it's a 4-year to a community college. It's not the same. It's really not the same. And I'm just saying that to say what happened in that short time span that would get someone who was living their life. Because to be accepted into a 4-year university, you have to have good record. You have to have good enough grades in school and a good enough ACT score. So it means that and if you focus on the streets, you ain't really focused on that. And I know Jamon, I know he's a good dude. And man, just seeing all that stuff, how it played out, and then when I talked to him, he made it seem, he was like, I ain't gonna keep letting these niggas try me. And what that is, it's like Satan will use the thing that you think is protecting you against you. He will use yourself literally, because you could have stayed away from them. You was in college. You could have stayed on that path. But then this was around the time Von got rich. So now we don't got, not only do we got a Chief Keef, now we got a King Von. So you mean to tell us we got two people who I used to see getting rich off this? Why am I going to school? When I can just rap about a lifestyle that, shit, these niggas doing it. So many people, I felt like he saw what they was doing and was like, that could be me. I could go get riches, and he's the furthest thing from that type of a person. But what happened? You engaged into a physical, you spoke those things over your life, start acting savage, and then you actually kill a man. That's the manifestation of you wanting to engage into that realm anyway, because you wasn't. He didn't live on old block. Jamon, his people, them moved off the block. Their house got broken too. They moved the next day. Their house got broken too, nigga. They moved the next day, literally. I ain't even think of people could move that fast. And literally, he went to my high school. His cousin, Lil Mike, same niggas who they talking about. Now, this our shit now. We drilling for the block. They talk to me like I wasn't one of the ones who was nigga. We originated this shit that y'all doing now. Sorry to tell you, but nigga, we originated that shit. Like Vernon came from our group. Again, when they took that damn dive off the porch in the T-Roy, everybody else was still tiptoeing down the stairs because them niggas was just crazy at the end of the day. But it was sad because his word, and the thing is, he should be forgiven for what he done, and that's hard for people to do. I talked to A-Roy brother about the situation, but Mine, he's a good dude. He's a good person. But probably not no more because of the lifestyle he keep forcing on himself, because of the people he keep going around, because of the act. So what's that saying is, majority of us, nigga, you could be good based off of what you trying to do, and it could be people around you that tear you down. You ain't never gonna get to where you trying to go if you still stuck around the same people who you first fell to the bottom. If I fell to the bottom around y'all, when I get up, I don't need to be around y'all because you niggas let me fall. And we don't think like that though. So it just get hard though. But it's a sad situation, man.
I believe his brother was recently shot in the head.
Big P.
A-Roy's brother.
A lot of stuff happened to him, he said, man. And it's just crazy because I know everybody. I know when A-Roy died, the same niggas who shot him, allegedly, was the same ones taking the pictures with him, crying, and they was his stronghold and his day of doom, and now they become the very people that was with him in his time of hurt, the same people that's hurting him. And it made no sense to me. These is the same people who did that to him, was the same ones always taking pictures up there with him. He going live and he showing them in the back. And it's the same niggas who turned on him. It's so much confusion. But yeah, I think he was shot multiple times. He said, and all over his brother. And my thing is, Cam, your brother died months ago. We knew who killed your brother months ago. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be crying and doing what you're doing, but it's just so weird to me because it was like, because some of the things he was saying was that y'all watched him kill my brother. Y'all know he killed my brother and ain't nobody doing nothing and all this. It was like you was hanging with those same people who knew that through the door. Ain't nothing changed from that time till today. They all knew who killed him. And so I'm wondering what happened between their relationship that would get him to now say, F it all. I'm about to say what I know. Cause it would be called snitching, right? But I don't know. So it just seemed like something that the times has changed. The times is changing. I don't know what exactly it is, but it's just weird though.
O Block has a big reputation for music and a place where a lot of rappers come out of. Who are some of the most talented people to come out of O Block that aren't rappers?
That aren't rappers. I wouldn't say they come out, obviously, not obviously, because I'm the only one that made it out without rap. Like, make it out, I'm literally the only one. And I ain't saying like I'm somebody to be praised. I'm nobody. I just did the shit that I needed to do to better my life, and now I'm just trying to give wisdom back to those so they can go change their life and do it better. But I would say the most talented outside of rapping was just like, would be sports wise and stuff like that. I would say, man, Mother Duke, one of the most talented people that I've ever known. And just thinking about like the sports and the things that I did, if some of them Duke, BJ, O Block BJ, him, OD brother, I'm talking about OD brother with the ball in his hand. I'm only thinking about these things because what could y'all potential could have been if y'all did not live and die for these dudes who are y'all default friends. If you didn't get a felony because you was around your default friends, what could have made manifest out of the light you had? You feel me? And people need to understand default friends is just the friends that just, you live on this block, he live right down the street from you, and now you got to choose again, the lesser of the two. So I'm going to go with you, even though I ain't really choose you. You was just right here. Sometimes you got to branch out to see who your real friends are. And folks need to do that. But yeah, I say the most talented, bro, was definitely BJ, Mother Duke, Balshan. Some of them, they probably don't even know these names, but these were some of the most talented people, man. Sosa, outside of him being a rapper, very smart. Von, outside of him being a rapper, intelligent. Like very, 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 very smart. Just understanding. Von was outside of who he tried to be and what he made himself, bro. There was no love that could be felt from one of your friends until you knew of Von. You ain't got this? Oh, I'll call somebody up just to give it to you. Niggas ain't doing that to this day. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I say that a lot of our talents was overshadowed by this music because now we don't care about the talents that we have. We care about people seeing us. People, and it'd be hard. I know we be wanting to get here, get there, but yeah, man, just to keep it pretty much short there, man. Balshan, Mother Duke, BJ, and OD Big Brother, man, some of the very, very just different. Just different, for real.
You mentioned Chief Keef. What do you think about him recently coming out and calling himself the Godfather of drill?
All right, now, Cam, for this question, I gotta ask, and can you please try your best to give your truthful understanding? When you hear drill music, what do you think about? Truthfully.
When I hear drill music, I feel like it's just a branch of gangster rap.
Okay. And I get that, a branch of gangster rap. And that's essentially what it is. But when I see drill music, first off, in order to get drill music, there has to be a drill. I hope y'all understanding that. What we was doing back in the days wasn't hits. We called them drills. So we gonna kill somebody, nigga, that's a drill. We finna go drill out, watch his brain. I'm just trying to get, there was a song like, we finna go drill out, watch his brain spill out. Y'all, so right there, you know what drill music is. It's about music about killing folks. If you call yourself the greatest of all time of drill music, people, please don't hate me. I ain't calling the GOAT. Y'all did. And understand, if you like, he is the GOAT, then that must mean that like you must not understand what it is that you calling him the greatest of all time for. If you're a black man, you calling him the greatest of all time for representing a demise for our people. Am I lying? And there's so many people, I shouldn't even say that because people gonna be in the comments like, you're lying. I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. And the thing is that y'all don't have the spiritual gifts to understand. You ain't done the hurt and went through the ripping apart and circumcision of the heart to understand what it is that I'm saying right now. But again, if drill music is literally about the death of black man against another black man, I would not want to be the greatest at all time at ascending that. Cause he did not start it. He made, I saw the video, he said he started it, nigga, you didn't. You transcended it. Everybody wanted to go and die because of you. My thing is, people dying from this music. And the moment he took upon that and be like, oh, I am the greatest of all time, God saw you say that. Your work doing what it is, but so you appreciate being that? Also, you gonna get with the greatest of all time? You should have the greatest. If my music is great and it got other people to die, and you and other people to perish within this work of what I'm doing, and I call myself, and I look at it and see no bad, he don't even know what's coming. So I hope that he see this, because Sosa reached out to me a little bit ago after a video that I made, and then we talked for a long time. You gotta repent from that lifestyle, and you gotta ask for forgiveness. And then once you do that, you gotta get out there and show these people a different you. Because if they don't see a different you, and you hide in your relationship with God, if God, Christ said, if you deny me in front of your peers, then I would deny you in front of my Father. What is that? Because Christ said the only way to the kingdom is through me. So that's why he said he's going to deny you if you deny him in front of these people. And I had to never deny him, to deny who he is and what he's done for my life. But that's what I would say, man. Pretty much just into that, man, that y'all who sitting at home calling him being, I'm talking to specifically black people. You appreciate the same image that is for your demise. These niggas was getting mad and angry at me for saying that he didn't start and he ain't the GOAT. Y'all want to die. Folks don't even know how they appreciate death. You love drill music, you love Lil Durk, Chief Keef, King Von, you love Black Death. Don't tell me you don't when they whole music is predicated on Black Death and you love their music, but you saying you don't love death. Why do you love their music then? If they're like, their music is all about death. Like, it just seems like I'm talking to a wall. It's like people, they take the parts out of what I say and they hear what they want to hear. But when I say y'all the reason for a lot of these people going and creating atmospheres like that, because we as the people, we make these people rich. If y'all don't click, they don't get paid. If we don't appreciate it and glorify it, they don't get paid. So y'all can thank, black people, y'all can thank for all the deaths that's going on right now. Clap y'all hands. Clap y'all hands, because y'all the reason. You don't gotta believe you the reason. Niggas gonna be like, I ain't the reason. I ain't the reason. And together, we are the reason. Together, we are the reason, and we gotta become the seasoning for lessening the reasoning. You trying to put it over here, man. Yeah, hey, you want to be the GOAT of Black Death? So be it. That's what I'm gonna say.
Glorilla recently came out and, you know, she wants to pay her assistant $550 a week, you know, and, you know, Glorilla, she's still new, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how much money she's making right now, but, you know, she's probably the newest star in hip hop. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And you know, she was getting a lot of backlash, and a lot of people were kind of mocking her for only wanting to pay her assistant $550 a week. You know, what'd you think about that?
Solely to go into it, when she said that, she also dropped another post where it was like, this is why we can't never succeed because of y'all and things like that. Lady, Gloria, Hallelujah Woods. Her first off, Satan is he's so funny the way he do it. This lady name is Gloria, middle name Hallelujah, which means praise God, Woods. Gloria Hallelujah Woods. Let me talk to you. First off, you are what's wrong with the people. That we can get people who kill the mind of the women, kill the image. A woman can't be submissive and honor her man because of these Jezebels running around. If you don't know who Jezebel is, go learn about the story of her and Ahab. She was a dominant woman who probably looked very good because she used a lot of her looks. She used her sexuality to first gain the mind of the man. And from then, she would go on to create madness within that whole kingdom in which she was. And a lot of people take upon her spirit these days. And I know people be like, bro, what you even talking? Bro, she said that those people who said that she shouldn't pay people $5.50 a week was a part of the problem. But she don't even understand how your image, your music, who you are, while you're being glorified, is our whole problem. Who are you, Glorilla? Men don't even understand the divide that is literally coming into play because of these idols that we worshiping. She is a woman with a dominant spirit. So any man that Glorilla ever have in their life, he gotta be an Ahab. She too strong for a man. She gonna always be in confliction and battle with her man because she thinks she a man deep down. Satan is using folks like this. That he see that deep ass voice, nigga, Glorilla. And so he gonna make your light thing, which you can put words together and make them shine on his kingdom. And he see that, but she's an agenda. She a walking agenda for what's going on. She got the Jezebel spirit. And for a Jezebel, they gotta need an Ahab. Any nigga that, I don't care if he might have 60,000 tattoos, dreads, hat cock. No, if he date that girl, she is the man of the relationship. She ain't bowing down for no nigga. Definitely if they make the money. But to get over into the thing, to the money part, $5.50 a week. And that's what it was, Cam. She said, y'all don't want to work for me for $550, but you will go work for the rich white man. Bitch, who pay you? Who are you working for? Lady, don't the rich white man sign your check? Show me the rich black man that own a music label that's signing checks. Don't tell me Jay-Z, because Jay-Z ain't own nothing. Because if they want the niggas, if they want to take Rock Nation, they'll take it. It would. But I'm just acting. So people double-minded, bro. How you gonna say that's the reason y'all will go work for them, and then they won't even be having a life working for you? It ain't like that they can focus on what they gotta do. They doing your lesson plans. And then I saw her video, she just, you really just gonna have to do everything for me that I need you to do. So you want a slave? The thing is, people think that they hate it. Okay, so slavery, how much is they getting paid? Some cents or whatever, probably nothing. Because we get paid $10 now, but we doing the same work, you ain't a slave no more? Because you get paid. Now you like, oh shit, they pay me for it. I'm not still this. You still doing slave work. So you want people to be slaves unto you. And then you want to talk about the rich white man when you work for him. And truthfully, what you are for him is to hurt us. And that's the worst part. Because a man that goes to work every single day and he's suffering and going through the working pains of doing it, he is greater than you. A Glorilla, Lil Durk, any King Von, any rapper who y'all think y'all don't know. In the Bible, it talks about the last will be first and the first shall be last. These rich people are first in this world. They not last. They come first. They cut the lines. They go before everybody. Y'all gonna be last. Period. Point blank. But these people need to understand what's really going on and the agendas that Satan can use within these people. How dare you talk about somebody just working a job versus being your slave assistant? It makes absolutely no sense, man. It just shows how people are selfish. If you can do something for me, good. But if I see you doing something for somebody else, I can talk. But it's the same thing, man. She weird and she's a walking agenda. Jezebel and creating more realms for Ahabs. That's all I see. Come on, man. It's weird. And all these people fake. I just want to say that. All y'all artists, women artists, let's take off this makeup. Stop getting these ass shots. Stop getting these butts. Let's see what y'all truly look like. Show these people that glorify y'all and love y'all the natural you and see if they even like who you are. Y'all not even who y'all want to be. Y'all who y'all gotta be for money. That's the thing. People turn into what they need to be for just the game, man. And that's why folks lose them, bro. It's weird. But yeah, you the problem. The people the problem because they glorify your dumb ass, but you still a problem yourself.
J Hood, man, another dope interview, man. Great topics, man. The fans love your take. I mentioned that before, man. Really dope, man. It's always dope working with you.
Hey, man, that's love. Again, I'm just thankful for you to just bring me on a platform because if even if we could just save one life from this video, entering the kingdom of heaven, like seriously, from seeds being planted and they going to find a greater life that's really out there for them because the answers is there. But we being clouded by a lot of the things of the world and it's like God trying to see what do you want more of? Do you want the world? The world gonna pass away, but do you want it? You can have it. Because He'll allow you to get it. But yeah, man, I just thank you, for bringing me on, being able to have talks like this that ain't generally just all negative. You let me have the room in terms of like, nigga, let me take something negative and make it positive. And that's what we need in this time. We need folks to just be open to these type of conversations because the evil, the negative, how many conversations will we already get and gonna have? Can we get a little bit of positive because it can maybe change a life? Everybody ain't trying to have their life change. We know some of y'all want to be rich out in the real. And you can want what you want. But like, it's like we've been forcing it on people, Cam, and what you're doing right now is giving the people opportunity to live, and they don't even know it. Through my words, some people can live, because I don't speak from me, I don't know much. I'm trying to let him I'm trying to subtract, and I'm trying to let him add on. And that's all I'm doing. So, man, thank you for this. This is a thank for me and for you, bro. I appreciate your time, and for you bringing me on, bro. It means a lot. It means a lot.
That's what's up, man. Well, I'm glad I can help. Help you get your message out there, and everything like that, man. That's good to hear, man. For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully we do. Hopefully we do save at least one life, man. That would be awesome.
Hey, Cam. I don't be trying to be cocky, but your last interview, we probably saved hundreds. People was reaching out to my Instagram, bro. You said script, like, I've been seeing your YouTube and all that. To let you know, I came from Capone interview, but I don't understand this Bible verse. Multiple. When I tell you, the people, and like when you said that it got great, you feel me, response, it did. Not just so people hearing, but people acting off of what they seeing. So you being the branch to that. Even if we could just be a branch to lead people to the kingdom, maybe he'll have more grace upon us in the things that we did that didn't even know we was doing. Because what have you done for his kingdom? But again, man, we all still got to seek, so we will receive, man. Again, bro, I love it. I love you. Appreciate you for, bringing me on, man. For real.
Yeah, no problem, bro. I love having you on, man. Definitely, man.
Love.
All right, bro. Well, it was dope shit, man, and I've been looking forward to more.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Let's see. It'll be interesting to see what it do. What it do this time around.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone. news.